Gotta not have this playing because then my foreign folks can't have my feed. But 1 second. Some guy just pointed out the Dow Jones is going through capulation, and I just wanted to get it on video. So here we are. And look at the Dow Jones. It is getting. It got fucking fucked. Super fucked. And that's what you call a perfect ABC. See where we hit. So the emergency perfect 1.382 extension. Woo! To a tick. God. Not to a tick, but goddamn near it. Now we do some other bottoms are found off the tops of previous highs. Not quite, not quite, not quite. Wonder if they got a daily. I think that one's it right there. If we just get it. Oh, you little. Let me zoom in. Emergency episode. Let me transition, y'all. Sorry, emergency episode. I saw that someone pointed out the Dow Jones going through capulation. And like I said, bottoms are found off the tops of previous highs. And look what you have here. Shabang! Now, give or take, you go off the wick, we go off the close. We're going to go off the close for now. Out of 3-day. Let's go on the weekly, 1 week. See what happens. See if the change is any different. No, that's a good one. Could even go as far as saying something like that. Acceptable. I like that one too. And then we could draw one more just in case to keep us realistic. This could all be, it's all a zone right here that I'm willing to bet will price will turn around. Unless we go into some monumental, catastrophic fucking meltdown, which is possible. The better high to go off of is this one, in my opinion. See if it correlates with this one at all, any of them at all. See, I like that, a very parallel. I like the parallel, how this is the geometry of that. Look at that volume though. That's what I'm most. That's what's most telling about this. Let me get my link up now. Now I'm kind of going. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Copy. Copy. SOS episode. SOS. It's not. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, sorry, let's see here. Let me delete this. Oh, you bitch. What up, my friends? Delete that. Let's probably get this out of the way too, because I don't want my foreign friends not to have this stream later on. It's 3 p.m. here. I was gonna grab some lunch and I saw someone tweet something I wanted to show you guys. I have Bitcoin right here. I'm watching if it holds this level right here. If it does, it'll go up to this next level of divergence that it has here. At least it'll test at least this one at least. But if it holds this level, has to this point. Typically it likes to bounce off it on RSI, but we don't have to here. Typically it likes to bounce off these 2 points, you know. But that's a little far, so it's far-fetched for that one. Anyways, if you look at the Dow Jones, it's getting fucking brutalized. It's fucking hammered. Hammered. And so, let me show you what the fuck this is. This is definitely a ABC. That is, or WXY, and this is a C leg coming down. Or yeah. So here is your WXY, and the deepest you expect them to get is literally right here, like 1.236, 382, whatever how you call it. Yeah, 382. But Sean said, it's almost expected to get to this zone, so we could expect some more bleeding, and this would make sense, like in a sense of a bounce. Like if we look at the daily, and this leg, this is definitely wave 3. Definitely wave 3. So if I was gonna give it a count, we're gonna bounce off this trend line that we found. And we're gonna find it's gonna be a very like a sideways bleed out. Since this was a hard and sharp 2, I mean right here, you could even go off. You could even say this is interesting, but I'd rather say this is A. This is B. Yeah, you could say this. You could honestly say this. And we're in still in 3. 3 can end right here. I think it'll end somewhere in this area. Pop up, make a triangle of some sort, come down and bounce off. It makes sense to bounce off the prior zone that led to expansion, which was right here. And any of these zones right here. You wouldn't expect this to get further than the 1.68 though. Unless we're turning into like a horrible type of correction, which who knows? This could turn into many things. We are definitely way the fuck up there. looking at that, we're like this looks like a lot of gap. You know, this is literally our last hope. This one and this one. These won't hold us. This would, down here would, but this will be, that would hurt. This will hurt a lot of people from here. Another 15% at least, 14%, 30%. That's rough. But the volume's coming in, so I wouldn't be surprised that this is the leg that kicks us in for capulation. This corrector was weird. This one was terrible. We could pull it something like this, a giant correction. So this is just one little tiny leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leading, expanding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we start our correction here. W, X, Y. We could do something like this where we just play out and bleed out sideways for quite some time, which is possible. Create something similar like this. Oops. The classic synth pattern. Oh shit. It could be something like that for sure. This is pretty topped off, but I forgot what Sean had to count as, but it was pretty clean. Pretty clean. Obviously, you can't really tell what the fuck this is. Who knows? Start one here. I don't know. 1, 2. If I would say I was like 1, 2, all this was 3, 4, and this is little 5. This could expand. This could stay up here. This could all be just one giant one leg, like an A, B, C, and then just put like an A, B, C. Probably count wasn't like that. The count's probably a lot cleaner inside, but in terms of just straight impulse. This actually could still just be this leg, part of this leg, looking at it, if we are to stick with the impulse. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this ends 3 of this leg. One more high for Old Glory. I actually think this is going to play out like this. This looks better. This expanded third all channeled very well. The third leg channeled very well, I think. Let's see here. Open to that last point. But it did. This third all the way to here played well. So I like this a lot. So I think this is gonna happen. This is basically our only hope. But I see it. I can see it definitely. WXY. It's a fractal that seems to be playing out a lot here. Expand flat. Whereas I saw another one. See, this one almost played it. I almost did it. See, we got to come up hard with those. It did on the bigger time frame, the monthly. Right here. Doosh, doosh, doosh. I don't think we're in for this yet. Not yet. This is in 2020, I think. We're above these trend lines. So I think we're good as long as we stay above these two trend lines in terms of this. It's going to be interesting to see how the Dow Jones plays out this month. So anyways, let's look at our Bitcoin. This thing is moving again. Kind of. It closed above this range. In theory, it should move up to the next one. Let's see here. Alright, let's get into some actual stuff that y'all care about. What is exactly going on with Bitcoin? Like I said, if you saw my posts on Twitter, I'll go over it. This all could still be some sort of... Let me delete all this stuff. Corrective pattern, possibly. Let's see here. But I'm willing to say it's not. I'm willing to say this isn't the end of the corrective pattern. I'm willing to say because the Dow Jones, if the Dow Jones and all that is capitulating right now, and in my theory, in my hopes, in my theory, we're gonna bounce, and if we do, it should be good for us. If we don't, it should be bad, terrible. Because then money from here won't know where to go. Because smart money ran from the market where everybody ran from our market, ran to their market to buy at the top, and then smart money got out, bought this shit real quick before right when all that shit started happening. The Fed announced that shit. They're like, "Fuck out, we're out." Hopped in our market, bought up this shit real quick, and now they're waiting. If that shit goes south, we're gonna go south fairly quickly. But if we don't, I'm pretty confident that we're gonna play out into this. I don't think this wave 3 is done. A is done. This A, B, C. And these like the channel fairly well. So you'd be like something like this maybe. I like the geometry of this line right there. The angle seems fairly nice. If I was to throw a 5, I'll put it probably only like a point. I forgot what the rule was. So 0.6 right here of wave 3. But we cannot get to a 1-to-1. We can get up to here, which is a pivot I've been looking at for quite some time. This guy got fucked. Anyways. But yeah, this like there's no guarantee this was any diagonal right here. If that's going to alerting you guys, I'll turn that off, by the way. The structure needs to support it. Let's see here. I mean, it doesn't really, you know. In any diagonal, you want one to be the longest, first of all. Two to come out pretty fucking deep. Three to come back. Four to come into the territory. And then five to swing down like this. Hold on. And all this creates a triangle. Yeah, I kind of messed up. My eyes were a little off. But there's strict criteria that must be met in this shape. Strict. Now it could be narrower. Two doesn't have to come up this high. But the point is, it must take shape of a wedge. And it must, wave one must be the longest. Now it doesn't have to be super long, but it must be the longest. This also must come down like this. I know my wave 3 is probably the shortest right here. I'll shorten 5 to make it the rules passed. Now, you could possibly say this entire thing was any diagonal from, this is no doubt about it, from my opinion, E leg. Now this makes sense. Right here, one's the longest, which is this is possible. This could overextend this big. This could all be just one A, B, C, and this was a or a WXY of some sort. To me, this channeled really well. So this for an extended 3 worked extremely well. From here to here, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 it channeled so well, like you could not. So like 1, 2, and then what? One. This was supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then it extended to this being part of 3. So it just went 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We came up for 4 here. Down for 5. If this was indeed any diagonal, like I said, it's not the prettiest at all. You want it to wedge more, especially with 1, and you want it to look more like this. The whole structure looks more like any diagonal than the actual any diagonal we've been calling it any diagonal. So that does lead me to believe, I think, and it is possible. I see the structure does look like to fit that, right? If this was 3 of an any diagonal, WXY. See, this was the ABC of itself right there. This was the ABC right there. ABC or some shit. WXY, whatever you want to call it. WXY, ABC. So this does work. Right? And in terms of structure, it is a lot better. It's very hard to call what you want to call that. 1, 2. You can't call that 3. You can't call this 3. You can only call this part of 3. I'm trying to formulate an idea. Because this is a W, X, Y. It could also very well be. Like I said, although this channel very well, it still could be an ABC of some sort, W, X, Y. I'll be totally viable with that. But the reason why I like this being a 1, 2, 3 is because it accounts for this being an E leg. Unless you're considering your E leg here, which is also. The reason why I consider this E leg is because how hard it got sold off on every single exchange. This is like the hardest wick ever. That is E leg screaming all over it. That is E leg screaming all over it. That kind of wick. And this was the first leg. And it formed like a 1, 2. This is all 1. This is 2. This is all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 1, 2. There's a Schwacko Wecko 1, but it works in terms of leading expanded, I guess you would call it. Very hard to justify that one right there. I guess it's like a leading diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the 4 does not come into this territory. It's almost like a leading diagonal, but it's not a true leading diagonal. So it does, in my sense, work. This is a WXY, WXY, or A, B, C, however you want to call it. A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To me, that works too, because you get divergence from here to here. But looking at the structure, regardless, I'm just looking at it in a fractal nature, and in a sense of divergences and stuff like this. And I really do think we have a chance to put in this ABC. I really do. But it's absolutely crucial we hold something of this trend line. There's somewhere you could play around with this down here and see here. See if we get a better trend line. So I need to signify. It is colder than shit. Let me close my window. That seems like a nice spot. And what sucks that we won't really ever know if this channel be cleared, because I don't think we'll be able to hold this up here. Like we would have to get way up here to really turn us around. from down here. That's too much. We can, but to me, we can get to a 1-to-1. But man, what was the expansion like back in these over here? Where Uber fucked everybody. Expansion was how much percent? Like 50%? It was a shit, not 50%. It was a shit ton though. Yeah, like 50%. So, what was this expansion so far? It wasn't 50%. %. Where's 50? 50. But that structure is a lot different in a sense of what the fuck the account was. To me, that structure in April was just a schwacko wacko ABC. Let me see here. A, B, C. A, B, C, D, E. Nice little triangle. Fits it on RSI. Hits all points. All points fit. Perfect little triangle for B. A, B, C, D, E. And then you saw the result. Massive explosion at the end of E, and that's what happens at E legs. It's massive explosions at the end. You get hard wicks. It's just you did get a hard wick right here on this 10-hour. Nice rejection candle. Sucked it up. If I'm not mistaken, it was like a deep retrace, like a point. It was the first time hearing about the 886. It was an 886 retrace, and it sucked it up back up to like a over to 0.5. The next day, it's exploded. And then after that, it's just a simple 1, 2, 3. Does not cross into. Created this meme head and shoulders for people thinking you wanted to go long on it. And as soon as it broke this divergence leg right here, it was a telling sign that it was going lower. The lowest point on your divergence. You can even say this point, but I like to go on your lowest point on divergence to get you in a little bit quicker. So what you would do is as soon as it broke this, enter on it, place your stop at the local high, and then ride it. Or you'll wait for it. If you couldn't get on right on the break, you wait for the retest, short it, place your stop at this local high, and then you ride it down. And this formed a huge A, B, C, one, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you even say this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like leading diagonal possibly? A, B, C. This whole structure looks like it could be up. Some sort of diagonal. I like, if this was to be the diagonal though, I would like this point to hit there. So crucial 1, 2, you like the points to hit. Another example, do that. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, see how these hit the corners? We like that to happen. Okay, anyways, let's get back to. I'm just looking at past. This is how I formulate ideas. So get ideas across and think about what could we possibly be doing right now. See there, we're looking at this clues in anything: RSI, volume, closing prices. Um, Volume pretty lackluster on this hour buyback, but what we do have is this divergence that we have playing out here. Hidden bull, got some hidden bull right here. Sell off was pretty significant on these two candles, but you see from the top to here, it did draw off. You did die off. You did die off on sell volume, so that is something to be aware of going forward. Coming into the smaller time frames, let's delete our shiznits, all our mess. I like to go fresh as death with y'all every single time. Fresh as death every single time. Fresh as fuck. Super new, super fresh. Never. Zoom out on the 1-day chart and correct the structure to see. Yeah, I definitely think we need one more bottom for a fact. We're not at a bottom for a fact. Let me close my fucking window. Damn, it's cold as shit. That's probably why I'm sick, huh? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I don't think much is going to happen on the weekend. I think everything's going to happen on Monday. Oh, it's either going to be a Bloody Monday or another Green Monday. Be very interesting. This is definitely some sort of corrective pattern. We stayed in a channel relatively from that low to that low. So what you could have done is see how clone that fit pretty well. And then what you're doing on RSI is exactly the same thing. You have divergence. You're not a buyer until this divergence is broken. If it depends what type of trader you are. This is how you play divergences, you guys. We're developing this system to be more prolific traders. This is, like I said, this is hidden bullish divergence that's forming right here. This is what you want. Since we have divergence here, our lows or our high point we're worried about is right there. Just find it on price. It's right here. We want to stay closing above this price, and as long as we do, we have a chance of a decent like this wouldn't help. It wouldn't hurt to be a buyer here at all. Like if you're a scalper, especially if you make three wicks like this, it wouldn't be hurt to scalp long into this area right here, and then reassess it when we retrace. If you break through it, good shit, good stuff. If we don't, then you would have your stop like right here halfway in the median line in profit, and then if it breaks, you would sell some here. Obviously, sell some here like 50%. Wait for it to come here, and see what happens on the buyback again. This is good that it went down from the top to the bottom, but what is bad is from here it went up. So it's something to be aware of. Very aware of, actually. Yeah, to me, it just looks like it was all part of wave 3 still. Like this was all one. One was an extended one. See how well it's channeled? 3 broke through it. 4 did not retrace. Here comes 5. And this should complete a WX, an ABC right here. Because this was an ABC right here. To me, this was an ABC. So we're going to look for a few things. One right here, right in his pocket, essentially. Now I gotta get out of here and do some shopping. Don't be a buyer until this trend line is broken. If you're a scalper, this is what you're watching. The 5 minute works really well too. I love the 5 and 10 minute on scalping. The 1 minute works too, but you gotta be fucking. You gotta have some balls. It works. This system works on every time frame. To me, the more signals you have, the better it is. The more divergences you're able to see and stuff like that, the better off you are and better able you are to use the system. Less divergences you have, the obviously you can't really use it. You have to use you rely on other forms of TA to trade if you have no divergences. That's why I like going down smaller time frames to see if divergences play out or not. Like this one almost did. The lowest point of divergence was here. So the lowest highs on closing price sustained us. You know the story. But then right here, you can say right here, the lowest closing price was down here, high. Sustained it, moved up one more time. But then since this closing price was not sustained right here, and then we broke it and we moved up, and we tried to sustain it. Like it was so close. It was so close on Ethereum. It was way closer on Ethereum. Bitcoin's a little shitty. Ethereum looked way more like it was gonna hold it. Like fuck. I was very worried. I was super worried. And Bitcoin didn't hold it at all. Ethereum was playing up here like fuck my life. But since we broke through it, came up, and could not close above it, created that divergence. And we fell down. And since this was jeopardized, this high point, it was very unlikely, especially since the bounce here did not do shit. Like, you did not gain anything. So 1 second. Is my volume really low? Damn, I just noticed that. 1 second too. I'm gonna get a drink. My voice is fucking dry as shit. Oh shit. What the F? What the frick did I just do? Interesting point, I know. It's called an X point. Hold on. What the hell happened to my screen? Does that ever happen to you guys where just one of the screens just blinks out? Anyway, it's not what we're cared about. It's not what we care about. Care about this shit. Sorry it took so long. I made coffee, so it took me a little bit longer than I expected. Damn, dollar bills. So again, I'm not really interested in buying Bitcoin until it tests this little bit lower range. This is cool and all, but I wouldn't be interested of like risking a knife catch till I made one more low here. So it completed what I see in Elliott Wave. Just making one more low, and I'll be a buyer on scalp maybe, a long scalp. Risking where this is, place a stop where this low is possibly. Aim for the trend line at first, a quick like 0.5 retrace of this down leg, and then let the rest ride. Move your stop up to a profit, or at least break even, and then see if it rides up. And then if it rides up, cool. If it doesn't, then no. Then you get stopped out for its entire profits. Cool. Because it's either gonna pull in. It's either gonna do one or two things. It's either gonna fuck people like it did last time, thinking this is gonna be a meme head and shoulders. But it wasn't a meme head and shoulders. It held this low and this is so important that we held the lowest highs on price action here. Or the lowest low to price action, whatever the fuck you call it. Lowest lows here on price action. And the other way around is the highest highs. And so we held that and we moved up. So right now that's exactly what we're looking at. We see this divergence starts from way down there. So the bear's got a lot of work to do. Technically, the last line of defense is roughly 33.80, which makes perfect sense. Lines up perfectly with this fib line right here. I'm going to say even a little bit lower possibly. Let me see here. No, divergence starts right after, right there. So right in that zone, essentially, where divergence starts, which was but your big pivot. We could go down here, but I'm not really worried about. The one we're really worried about, honestly, is right here. If it was 3,400, 3,300, we're fucked. Super fucked. Like, this is the other really good one right here. I could see it moving right here too, though. So, you see our indicate. I revamped Top Goon. I don't know if I don't know what Gunner wants to do with it yet, but revamped it. and it's on crack. It's on steroids now. It's essentially what the same idea I had with the RSI, where we had EMA crossover. If you don't really use RSI like that, you could just literally use RSI with our EMA crossover, and I guarantee you it gets you some good trades. Like, say you open a chart here, and instead it told you to cross down. So since you're an uptrend and you're in an uptrend channel, you could short, but you wouldn't want to. If you're a scalper, cool. Scalp short, you wouldn't close it until it closed over with 2 closes. 1 close there, couldn't roll over the second time. 2 closes there, so you close, and then once you get that 3rd or 4th close, you could possibly long. Especially if you hold like a divergence, which we did. So we got divergence there. These lows, right? These highs, these lows, whatever, they were held in the retrace. Came up, retraced again, double bottom in a sense, retraced on that held. So you could have went long again here. Then we got the crossover here, and then told you to sell right here. Told you to sell like right there. And then you could have bought back in right here. This one we got you out a little late. It was a little hard sell off. Sell off there. Bought back here or there. Sold right here, and you haven't entered back. Well, this one you might have faked you out right here, but you would have got in here, and it would have got you a decent gain if you would have exited on the double top there. But what I'm saying is essentially the same fucking idea. So I mean, if you really wanted to, you could possibly even stick these on the same. Oh, you can't because the variables are so different. Pretty positive. Oh, maybe you can. So when they both agreed. Oh shit. What in the heavens did I do? Ay. Oh, I hope my RSI pops up again. So in essence, it's the same thing. This one's a little bit more sensitive. We can adjust it, obviously, the same way. I like 7 as well, but 14 maybe. If you're really not trying to fuck with it as much. But it works the same way. So you got a cross down here. You had I have symbols down here that tell you to look. You got the bulls coming back right here. Where's our bull symbols? Right here. We got the bulls coming back. It has 2 criteria have to be met in order for this to happen. And so we had a criteria met here and here. See what happened on those 2 moves. Here, you saw that. It was a really good move. And you would sell once you get 3 or 4 of these in a row. You would sell. And then you would buy back once you get the bulls are coming back in the crossover. And then also once you get 4 of these in a row on the bottom side. This is momentum check. This is telling you where the momentum's at. Top side or bottom side. Top side or bottom side. I have made basically a divergence on crack that goes in it in essence does what I do with RSI on closing price, because it uses RSI, it uses divergence, right? It uses divergence, but instead of using RSI, I'm using S. I'm actually going to try to use this formula I use for this and RSI and see if it can actually do my value range system for us and tell us if we're positive or negative. That's in essence what it's telling you. Right here it's negative pressure, positive pressure. Negative pressure. Right now we're at negative pressure, but we have a chance. We bottomed out on the. We've hit a technical that signals a possible bottom signaling. Like this was a possible topping signal. So these X's are signals to possibly long or short. Not necessarily long or short, but get out of your position if you were long or short. So if you're long and got this, is a time just get out, get out. And this bear is a bear to come back, and then bears, and then plus once you get 4 in a row, plus the bear, you're pretty positive that it's looking more bears. You know, more of these white dots on the top. You have these bear signals on the top. So this indicator is fucking powerful, in my opinion. I don't know why my RSI is not loading. It's pretty annoying. It's probably could have all that shit hidden. God damn, I got so much shit. Yeah, I don't know why that was fucking up so bad, but so this is potentially our most powerful indicator now. We'll see how it unfolds. I might have to adjust this setting. I like these settings actually. 14, 20, 28 look pretty fucking solid. Before I had it at 528, I think. Let's see what 5 does. So you still hold this trend line. That's what I was worried about. You still stay under and over and stuff. So I like 5, but I like 5 because it gives you more like other signals, like possibly bearish divergent signals. More signals possibly, you know. More chances to get more out of it, in my opinion. Like here you had a bottoming signal and you're like, oh shit, should I buy? And you have this huge ass and it crossed over here, but it crossed over just because it had that huge candle, so you wouldn't have bought in there. You would have just saw it, like, oh shit, should I buy? But then Top Goon gives you this nasty bearish divergence. And so you're like, okay, no, maybe I shouldn't buy. We don't buy until that divergence is broken, which is right here. So dumb. I don't know why we didn't pay attention to these little things. But it's just how it works. Then I'm probably gonna throw in some actually like bullish momentum indicator actually flash. So I'll probably throw in some bull momentum indicators, like something that says bull or bear on top, bull bear. Because that was bullish divergence right there, and so like you could have got a bullish divergence signal, a bull cross, plus 3 in a row right here, 4 in a row. Crossover, got a long signal on our this is our new shit's gonna come out pretty soon. It's our secret sauce. Me and Sean keep coming up with secret sauces. I think this is even better. So, anyways, like this one had in a short right here, right after it said. So you had a double signal here. It told you a long right here, but then you flat fucked. So you got a short signal, and then told you to close that long at the same time. Well, obviously, you know, that's obvious, but just in case, we have two of those signals coming, so your actual bot, if we run the bot off this, if we decide to run a bot off this, we'll get that signal and close that long for you, and then open up a short for you, tentatively. And then you see so far we're still in this downtrend, so looking good. Looking good from that short call from our, here, obviously it's some chop. You just have to rely on some other technical other reasons to do things like this. This looks terrible, like flat, very sideways cross, you know, very flat cross. You had 4 in a row here, and it only got you a little gain here, but like nothing significant. And then when it rolled over pretty hard. But as we come here to there, had less sell pressure. Here to there, still less sell pressure. So, like I said, I'm interested to longing some, closing shorts, all shorts here, and then looking to scalp along maybe. Same setup with Ethereum essentially. And then if it doesn't close over this, if we can't close over this, then if RSI runs, or Top Goon, either one of our indicators, does this, runs up like this without our price doing that, then that's really bad. So this is what I'm watching. I'll throw this chart up right now, and then, Jesus Christ, what the F is going on here? It's an interesting point you pull up Bullet Divergence. I'm going to post this. Hold on 1 second. All right, so again, we're right in that pocket so far for Ethereum. It still looks like we want to get a little lower. We got rejected from this trend line here. If I'm not mistaken, you can. Sorry, I'm trying to post my link here. This is not working for some reason. I'm gonna put sorry, it's still okay. Okay, sorry you guys, I know it sucks. Okay. So let's just run through Ethereum real quick. And then I'm gonna get out of here. I unfortunately forgot to post my link on YouTube. On Twitter. So none of my friends on Twitter could see me do this shit. Okay, delete that. I don't need this shit anymore. Okay, who's messaged me? That's hilarious. Anyways. So, okay, looking at this, Ethereum, we're wondering what's crucial is we hold this parabolic leg curve. I know people draw an actual curve. You can draw an actual curve, but I promise you, my trend lines work just as well. How do you draw a parabolic curve? You take your low and you swing it, and you connect it to. See, we already broke. We technically already broke the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This all, like I said, this could just be a double extension in wave 3, where wave 3 just put literally a double extension. So 1, 2, and then just put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a double in 3. Basically, it's essentially almost like an ABC in 3, but what it looks like. Can it be too crazy to consider this 1, 2 right here? This all 3, 4, 5. That 1, 2 is so minuscule compared to the rest of this. It just wouldn't make sense. But let's check the channeling. Wave 1 shouldn't, the top of wave 1 shouldn't want to channel very well with the rest of this. And it does channel well, so I mean it could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's decent channel. To me, I still like the channel this one gave you better. You just sneak out of there. Cause always this one wants to bear trap you on this, then pokes out like that. But it's mostly contained, so I like that a lot for this. But it's just I'm trying to understand exactly where the count is. Do we still need to put in a 5, or do we not need to put in a 5? Did we make a triple extension in 3? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's three. That's 3 legs right there. You know, instead of this just extending one time, because that's a pretty good extension in itself, if I'm not mistaken. This from this low, from this high. Over a 1.67 extension, almost to a 2.0 extension. So we had an extension in this 5th leg here. You can see it too. You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was an extension, but then you double extended and you extend it again. So like, looking at this though, it does. Looking at RSI on the 4-hour, it does look like this is all 3 though, where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So until proven otherwise on the smaller time frames, then we're going to run what the larger time frames tell us. Which is, this is all just, we got a bear through it. Oh yeah, that's why. Where it's 1, 2, and there's all 3 coming down for 4, and now we're 5. We have hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour, so that could play out now. So this could be very curious to see how this plays out. Look how well this, we have to cross right here, but long call here obviously when it broke above that, but I might change these long calls. It seems they're a little late. The short calls are money for some reason. The long calls not. So let's see how this develops. Looks like we're actually like forming some sort of bottoming pattern here. On for some reason when I see things flatter, I see it more clearly. Like that. You see trend. I see that trend line very. So this could be a bottoming pattern right here. This is actually what Bitcoin did and Ethereum did on the larger time frame. If you look at it hourly. Roll. Then you got over this. Now it's key right there. So when you look at the 5 minute here, we're like right on that roll. Came, rolled down, came up. Trying so hard to hold that. So, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not curious for a buy until I'm proven wrong up here, because I wanted to get down here. Like I said, I wanted to have, not down here. Like I wanted to. This is Ethereum, so this is Ethereum's a little bit different. I want Ethereum to get to like 99 to 101 before I consider a long. I'm not curious for a long here. I'm really not. Although we're holding this trend line, I'm not too curious for it. Honestly, I'm really not. And I have my reasonings for that, so. Get out of this now. Get out of this. I don't know why this is running like complete doo-doo butts. Right here, this thing. Oh dear Lord. This Overwatch. This Overwatch 2. Damn, son. Damn, son. All the way to the bottom. That's horrible. Let's see how bad this gets out. Who knows? Who knows how bad this is gonna get? Don't say we didn't warn you. This is not an ABC by the way. 1 through 5. This was at ABC. Anyways, see like Bitcoin over here. Let's look at other markets. Damn, the U.S. dollar fucks the people going short yesterday. I guarantee it. Breaking this trend line. Woo. What was key was this entire market structure from this high was not broken. These were not broken. See, they're held on that retest. It's so crucial. Oh, you son of a bitch. I always do that, huh? So here's your divergence. Here's your lowest highs, or your lowest lows, and you held them. And that was crucial. Since you held them, you have potential for another leg up. Could the U.S. dollar possibly be putting in an ascending triangle to break out to their top side? Doubtful. Highly doubtful. With the way the other economy looks, there's I'm not sure. Like, is there a backwards correlation between it? I would assume so, right? I would assume when the Nasdaq and stuff goes down, everybody runs to the dollar or gold. See when this was down, what was going on here. What up, Noza? So when this is down, they're up. Like I said, Bitcoin looks like it wants to be putting in a bottoming pattern. Let's look at Bitcoin again one more time. Bitcoin USD. Let's see if you're playing this 1 minute chart. Let's go. See a divergence, but those highs weren't cleared. Dude, since the highs weren't cleared, you short the bitch. And expect more lows. And if it holds the pivot, then you long it. It's like right here. Since it's a divergence, I run with this. And since it's kind of rounded, I go with that. It's divergence. It's weak ass divergence, but it's divergence. And you short this bitch, and since the price didn't go anywhere, so you short it at first, but price stalled, so you'd be like, oh fuck, probably should get out. And then you would get out, or you get stopped out. You could have your stop loss like right above this, get stopped out, or have another short here, because the rule for the whole system is obviously you wouldn't want to do this on a higher time frame because that gap could be huge, but you would expect price to move to the other point of divergence once one is broken. And since we stalled out here, and this looks more like a bull flag than a bear flag. Like this looks like a bear flag, coming off this. It's all like bear flag-ish, But this looks more bull flaggy, coming off a low, holding that trend line. So you bank on it and you exit your short, or you go long on it and then you shoot for this high point on just your divergence for a short or exit point, and then you look for more lows unless this is held. And right now it got held, so I'm expecting these to break and this to possibly be tested right now, or come close to wanting to be tested. If this is correct, or at least double top. Let's take a trend line from here to there. What April fractal? Point it out to me, brother. Send me your chart so I can look at it real quick, because I'm always curious. I want to know what you're talking about. Damn it. I just made my voice like that and it got stuck like that. That's hilarious. What up? Okay. I usually don't use two oscillators or indicators, but I really like this one I made. So I'm gonna be playing with it for now. I don't really care for the middle line, honestly. What segment? I don't know what segment you guys are talking about. So like I said, you're not interested in a buy until these are broken. Skull could be a leading diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the SOS, the Dow Jones, fucking, and Nasdaq capulating right now. I've had this chart for a while. Look at that running wedge just get out of hand. Running wedge, break down, confirm it, die. Anyways, and then you have where'd my Dow I had a pretty Dow Jones chart, and it just went away. That is fucking amazing. That's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I wanted. The Dow Jones? That? You don't think that is? Look at that volume. I don't know, man. The fuck what did I want to... Oh yeah, I wanted to see if I could somehow pull up this chart, but it probably won't pull up. Oh, and it didn't. And it did not. That's unfortunate. I had a pretty old Dow Jones chart, but I was an idiot, and I deleted it. I guess I could run it back one more time. I could run this back one more time. I thought I had it saved. You don't think that's calculating, brother? You really don't? That looks pretty rough. That looks pretty rough. Breaking those lows, that's pretty fucking rough. Let's see how crucial breaking divergence lows are. How crucial is that? How crucial is this? Crucial. So you don't have to. Oh, to close. You know, it's to close. It's closes. Here's the closes right there. All those closes are right there. As soon as you break under that, you're done. And you move down to the next point of divergence, which is, and if that doesn't hold you, then you keep it moving. We're really looking at a bounce point pretty much now, because this is a point of divergence here previously that broke you out. So you're looking at this zone specifically. I forgot where I drew my channels last time. Off previous markets like to make bottoms off previous highs. So going off that mindset, oh you dick. So if we're gonna bounce, it has to be like now. sustaining this. So what I did was I connected points 1, 3, and what I believe is 2 in this move. I think this is a 1, 2 extended third. Come up, and we're gonna make this fractal. See this fractal right here? Look at this fractal. So we're gonna play in this fractal right here. If we're gonna play in this fractal, we came off the last highs. So the breakout point or our divergence point, which was here, like I said, it was here. So going off that same mindset, it could be lower, but let's look at also extension rules. This is what I was talking about. All the perfect golden. So since that is now our finding, we now do the same thing. To find a bottom. It's gonna hit right on this trend line. It's not a bottom yet. We're not bottom yet. I guarantee we're not bottom yet. This could be good for crypto in the sense that we could all smart money could be running away into our until this finds the bottom, and then some bullshit is gonna happen with the ETF when this finds the bottom in a month or two, and then they're gonna run from our market because of bullshit, and then enter this market to carry on for one more high, and then the ETF will get approved in like I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I just don't think it'll pass that soon. We could get past here. At this time, we could get carried on to new highs with this market. It's possible. We'll see how it goes, though. I really do think this is capitulating in a sense. Like, this is terrible. That's terrible. Absolutely horrendous. One could also probably draw a trend line. I forgot where. This is not my original trend line. My original trend lines were a little bit different. If I'm not mistaken. Alright, I did draw it off those highs. What happens if I duh, it's stupid. Duh. So you want to stay up here. We want to stay up here above this breakout. We had this wedge, we broke up above it, now we're coming down to retest it. It's all good. It's part of the market. So this is what I see for this. But yeah, it's SOS. Like that's a lot of volume. Look at that volume. Look at that volume. Almost equal volume to here, and we're not done. In my opinion, we're not done. In my opinion, we're gonna get to these zones right here. 2140 and 2160, 21.7. Capitulating? Capitulating? Capitulating. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's hilarious how this works. At least test these. Well, this will probably break. In my opinion, this is going to test this up here. You could test your luck. We could test our luck here with a short scalp. What is this? Nah, I don't want that 1%. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna post this in our one time sake for Old Glory. And you could stay underneath this bottom. We could stay in this bottom side. But usually we like to run up and find like a little crescendo. And it's like, whoa. It's a nice slow climb to the top and an elevator to the bottom. But then this is going to be absolutely horrendous. It's going to be... It's because they do the same thing. One last time for Old Glaive Sword. Okay, so I'm about to get out of here, but does anyone have anything they need me to run by real quick? There's gifting now. Long-term charts. Bear trap some people thinking this trend line's violated, and then just like I did here, and then move on to new highs. That is what I think is gonna happen. Target 3,800 in 2020. Isn't that strange? $2022. Sometime in that gap is when we're going to see a pretty horrible correction. And I'm going to save. I might want to publish this. I'll do it later. And then let's look at the. Someone yesterday said they thought the SPX found a bottom at 2470. I said 2400 flat. Let's see where we're at today. See how close we are to 2400 flat. That's what I wanted. I said 2400 flat seems a lot better. What do we hit today? Low at 2408. Man, told you 2400 looked really good. This mirror, it was up here yesterday, right? Or 2 days ago. But yeah, they thought they found a bottom at 24 and 20, 30, whatever bucks, but I was like, nah. This looks like it could get hairy. Cause I counted 1, 2. I was like, it could either. I had 2 counts. I had this is 1, 2 going into 3. That's the really bare count, and then I had the modest count, an ABC being flat. I mean, not flat, but truncating, and then just being a simple 1, 2. And when we had this yesterday, I was like, well, if this is anything, a finishing move, it has to come in a 5 in some way. In 1 of the degrees, there has to be a 5, and I fucking promise you that's a rule. I promise you, that is something defined. You might get a double 3, a triple, double 3, triple 3, ABC, whatever you want to call it, flat. But I guarantee you, even in that last leg, that's a 3. In that last leg, that's a 3. In that leg is a 5 that you can find to try to trade off of. So, like I said, I at least saw this, so I was like, there at least needs to be one more to complete this Elliott wave structure. And that's what I told him. I was like, at least. But now it's looking more like this is possibly 1, 2, all this is 3. This could get really ugly for the SPX. Haven't done a full T on SPX, but essentially the same. They all did the same thing. A, B, C. And if that's the case, we're gonna look for basically the same target with all of them. Just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate shit. Keep it simple. We're already basically there for the SPX. So for the SPX, we're already fitting the fractal nature of what we need to fit. Unless my count is wrong. I would accept a wick down to here though. But I would not accept if we get a 5 at 2.0 extension, then I'd be really curious to if this is something entirely different. Like if this was 1, 2, and this was 3, 4, and this is 5, this is all like one giant A, and this is B and C, something like that. But I would really not want it to get that low. I expect it to not get any much lower than probably right here. This wave 3 could be done, in my opinion. A lot of volume on this leg, so in my opinion, this wave 3 can be done. 1, 2. To me, it's not 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Coming up for 4 right now, somewhere like this. But alright, that's for the SPX. So my SPX was pretty golden. What else is there that looks like shit? Dow, SPX, NASDAQ. We already got them all. We're good. Then we're looking at gold real quick. Gold played a big old fucking on this bearish wedge that people thought were shorting the living piss out of. People were shorting the living piss out of this wedge right here. What was crucial is it never broke the lows. It never broke the lows. It never broke the lows. And then when it broke out, right here was this is your chance to buy back. If you weren't sure about the buyback here, your chance to buy back was this. You broke out of here, broke that trend line, came here like, oh shit, nasty sell off, but then you tested this as support, not only on RSI, but price action, go time, aim for equal highs at least, minimum, check what happens. Got divergence here again, so look for these highs to hold right here. If this high holds, we'll put in one more high. Or at least try to double top here, something like that. Alright, you guys. Anything you want me to go over before I get the fuck out of here? If you updated an ETH chart, please post. I want to look for a good short again. Yeah, fees are a dick, dude. I posted that. I posted that Bitcoin April fractal chart a few posts up if you have interest in checking it out. Okay, hold on. Let me open up the actual YouTube browser then. My YouTube browser. Alright, open up your chart, Dylan. Where are we right now? So put it at one more high. That's what I was looking at. I don't know if you've been following me. Following my... That's what I've been, like, literally every single day. These past few days. I'll go back, literally to April. And make sure I'm ready for... If things start unfolding, make sure I'm ready for it. Because I think it's going to happen. I do. I know it looks a lot different for ETH, but let's go to Bitcoin then. I always do that. Well, let's do this real quick. Let's look right here. Because my understanding, we just put in this bitch right here. We just put in this bitch. We just came down right here like this. Tested this. And now we might go up one more time right here. So like I said, it's going to be crucial. We're going to test this bottom range that we just broke it down from. And then if we hold the retrace, then that's your cue to take it. Right here. Because take it here. Check it here. Here's your, oh shit. Here's your divergence. You draw off those two tops, so you're drawing a trend line, draw your corresponding trend line here. I know it's different. It's gonna go up, I know. But this is for your target later on. Remember, it's on closing price, so go on your closes. And so then you also draw the downward trend line to possibly where you break. So you draw it from that second point, then your second most corresponding point. And once you break out of it, another thing under retrace, you're looking for that valley pivot to hold. You had divergence all through, from here to here you had divergence. So you're looking at first this point to hold. The first top point right here, which obviously, oh yeah, it did hold. Right here. The first low right here to hold. And it did. All throughout this range, held here. And then the key was when we broke out, we retested, we made a higher low. We held this range, held that trend line, broke out of this, held our initial breakout point here, line, and then it was go time. And you could even do the same thing here if we weren't too sure then, and you just do it here then too. We got divergence there because you know you got more divergence here. Like, oh shit, is this wave 5? I'm not too positive. Oh fuck. Well, then you do the same thing. Here's your obviously these lows got violated real quick, so you would have shorted in this micro scalp here. This little scalp here, you would have shorted, but then you would have looked at the entire range from here to here to hold. And right here was the highest lows again. From it said the range is there, and we held it again, and that was a nice bull candle. So this formed a leading diagonal 1, deep retrace in 2, 3, 4, 5. And that all was part of a fatal that's funny how well it played on Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick. I kind of swore I was supposed to be on Bitcoin. But let's look at Bitcoin now. This is just a meme. I just had to reference it, so I'm aware of this possible outcome. Balls. I should probably not delete those. We got the bull cross on the top goon for the first time in ever. That would be nuts. See how well that plays out. Okay, let's go back to April. Slightly different. Oh God, dude. Holy shit. Hold on. Oh, never mind, never mind, never mind. If that fractal is real, then this could also be. So let's do this. That meme that just was. It's no. It's still. It might not be a meme, guys. Let me explain. It could all be an ABC. I'm shooting for this target now. For an expanded flat. So if this was wave 1, let's go back. Now it may not be exactly this large, but we're aiming for it. Let's see what this got. This should have got like a 3.0 extension. And then what are you? One to one. 1, 3, 2, 6. Sorry, Noza. That was horrible. But if this was to put in a 1-to-1 extension from the base, or put us over that. Let's say we go to our projected bounce area, which is there. Oh, a 1-to-1 brings us exactly to where we want. And then the 136 is where we target wave 5. Now in crypto, things like to overextend and shit. Things like to run like it's quite. You see ABCs quite often go over. Someone may be able to count this a little bit differently. Maybe this is A, B, C, and this is like you consider like a C leg if that's a 5-wave impulse. So like that's some move followed by A, B, C, X. So a 3-wave move, 3-wave move, 3-wave move. So W, X, W, X, then Y. So that does work too. I do see it possible, like if this was A, B, C, truncated C, and then this was just, this would be, if this was a count, this is actually my secondary bull count. If I'm not mistaken, let me see if it is. If this is a count, which is a W, and I know I'm not gonna go up there for A. So W, all this section right here is X. Then Y came in at A, and B was a B, C, D, E triangle. And then the C leg came in a 5-wave impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that wouldn't fit the fractal we would want to see. Well, I mean, we don't necessarily have to put it at fractal like that. I'm just saying, if that was to put in a 5-wave impulse, we could also see it like this. This will make sense for a 5-wave impulse too, because obviously getting 5 waves off the base means you started a new trend. And it would make sense in that count because that ends the entire correction. You get 3, 3, 3, 3. Series of 3s and WXY. Was a WXY zigzag. This first move was an A, B, C. The second move was an A, B, C. And this third move was a A, B, C with that being a triangle. And that works, and it looks good. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out going forth. I like my bear chart a little bit better because I think it's going to be some sort of bear trap. I just don't think we're ready for the ETF and stuff. A lot of people are hoping for it, and a lot of people are banking on it. And I'm not going to be that person. You could be, but I'd rather not risk that, and I'll wait to hear what the hell happens, and then I'll either short or long it, depending on what happens. Because you also don't want to be on the. If that thing gets approved, that thing will take off like a fucking rocket, in my opinion. So you also want to be aware of that as well. If you're looking at this. That's a crazy good fractal that you put up, though. It is slightly different, but it does look very the same. Like if we don't really pay attention to the exact shape, it does like where the moves happen, where pivots happen. I think that's the most crucial part, where the pivots happen in the shape. Like, does that pivot happen below this pivot in the? That's very crucial right there. That's a crazy big counter though. 6,600 to 70. Oh, was it like $8,000? That was nuts. I remember that. I remember watching that, and I was almost gonna log it, but I was too scared. I didn't know. I was still new back then. Didn't trust myself enough. So this looks like a bear flag for sure. But we'll see how this plays out. Alright guys, is there any last request? This is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like a impossible impulse right there. So like it doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So this could be an ABC or I'd start over impulse. But then I also wanted to check what were we fucking around hourly, or was it 2 hour that was playing our chart really well, or this uptrend. Oh, you dick. Come on. Come on. So yeah, I actually do think this might break up instead of down. This to me completed a clean WXY so far. This doesn't have to make an ABC. It could also be a WXY itself. So just be aware of that. Although bear volume did pick up here, it's not doesn't mean it's the end, because it is still not like screaming. And we still have, I think we held this trend line, which is our main bull trend line. So as long as we hold this, like I've been saying, as long as we hold this hourly, we might lose it on the actual PA, but as long as we hold it on RSI, we're fine. This is where you want to get out. This is like bull trap. This is bear trap. You can't even go as far as saying that's bear trap. But you see how every time we get over this mid EQ point on our channel, we have some bullish movement. So right here, go up. Here we go up. Here we really moved up. Held it, stayed going up. Crossed it, went up. Under it, going down. But we're holding this, so watch this channel to be broken in or out of on the RSI. You could possibly do the same thing on price, but I don't think it would give you the same results that you're looking for. And look at this too. What's crucial too is we had this bearish divergence. Here's our downtrend line. Here's our lowest highs, our lowest lows. If we get over this point on RSI, we're golden, like really gold. Right now we're looking good. The bulls are looking good right now. You guys might be worried, but the bulls are looking good right now. Right now we're holding this low. I'd rather dip into it to prove that we want to hold it like we did this one. Or is it this one? This one. But we don't have to, because this one did not dip into it. We stayed above it. This one dipped into it. So if we could just hold this area, I'll be a curious buyer again once things get over 3,900. I'd rather for it to dip in here so I could buy it down here, but it doesn't have to. It could stay up here and go up. So if you're short, it wouldn't hurt taking profit, at least 50% or more off the table, just to be aware. And then look to assess your long positions after this. Because if I'm not mistaken, this also had a perfect fib retracement, right? Had to have by now. Perfect, 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 perfect. Absolutely dead perfect. It's exactly what you want. But it's going to be, we have to, it's really important that when we swing above this, both RSI and price do it. we have to swing above this, and the bulls have to close above this line, which is right there. If we get into this zone, I would enter long, and in thoughts of this breaking out like that is inverse head and shoulders possibly. Just a thought. All right, you guys, I'm gonna head out of here. Do you have any other last fucking minute things you want me to see? Running flat. Oh wow, I've never seen that count before ever. I actually like it. Where'd that come from? Who was that? Yeah, for East, that's a good count for East. I've never seen that count. The WX. What I had for East was a little bit different. Let's look at East. My count for East. Like I said, it looks like a ascending triangle if you're a scalper or something. Like I said, this could be the bottom, so it won't hurt to. Not the bottom of this wave 4. Okay, we think it's wave 4 right now. Hit the perfect hit off the dead cat bounce. The next place you'll look at is the 0.5. So you'd have your stop loss here. Enter long, and you enter for at least this high right here. These highs right there. Okay, let's go to the Ethereum real quick. So not a C, it's a WXY. WXY. Truncated Y. Final leg of 5, couldn't get ready. Couldn't wait to leave the station. Yeah, definitely have this as coming down as a 5-wave impulse as well. Sorry, my chart's a mess. I forgot where my other chart. I don't want to look for it either. I had this as a leading diagonal. All this was 4. Yours is a little bit differently. And I don't know why do you have yours as your. I mean, I guess that works, yeah. But usually flats, W, X, Y, X, Z's, they usually like to run a little sideways, right? If I'm not mistaken. I have my notes right here. Triple zigzag, never mind. It can go sideways, yeah. Well, let's see here. Triple zigzag. Down and get out of here. W, X, Y, X, Z. I just want to see what it looks like on a chart. Yeah, see, this one went sideways. Looking at this chart again. So that's what I'm looking at right here. Obviously, none of these charts are like official to anybody, but just looking at what I want to see in the market structure. See, that looks like a true. For me, if I want this WXY, for me, I'm not 100% fond of that WXYZ scenario. If I was, I would really like this YX to be pretty similar to this WX. There's rules. If we could go to Elliott Wave International, that will explain your Fibonacci relationship that must be abided, and that's really important. If your Fibonacci's aren't lining up, you're probably not going to line up right. It's probably not going to be it. So for me, this is an ABC. A, B, C, leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you could also say this is either. You could also say, I think this 1's bigger than this 3. So if I'm not mistaken, this is better off as A, B, C in itself. Where this is A, B, C. This is B, and this is C of itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this created a gigantic, huge A, B, and then C busted out. So this was 3-leg move, 3-leg move, and then we're coming for a 5-leg move. So triple is a 3, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this could be done. Like I said, we could be done here correcting Ethereum. Like I said, Ethereum is very interesting to me on a long-term perspective, just because of this aspect. We can overextend, so we could do this 3-wave move, 1, 2, 3, put in an X wave coming up here, and another 3-wave move, 1, 2, 3, which I think we're gonna put a 3-wave move in. I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, and then we could capitulate to either lower lows, and that would change that count a bit, possibly. It'd make me wonder. If this 5 is just a bunch of 3s, so 1, 2, 3 for 1. Because initially, I don't like truncations. I'm not a big fan of truncations. I know you have this as 1, 2, and I saw that a lot. I've even seen some really, really astounded and really respected traders have this as 1, 2, really respected traders in terms of Elliott wave analysis. So, but me, I stick to my rules. So if it doesn't look like a clean 5, I try not to label it a 5. This didn't look like a very clean 5, but it can be in any diagonal. 1, 2, 3, and then you have a WXY there. And this performed an A, B, C of some sort. And then you're forming another A, B, C. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 for the capitulating event, which is very. In my perspective, I honestly like that better. The reason being, it lines up with my idea of Bitcoin better. So, I actually like that a lot better. So I'm gonna change this. Even though it didn't give me a clean 5, it does give me a clean 3. This gives me a clean 3. I can get a clean 3 from this being an extended 1, 2, and then we just came down for a simple 3. So an A, B, C, and the C came in on any diagonal type of thing. But we'll see how this plays out. Again, I'm sorry for my mess, but this is how I count it. An A, B, C, 5-wave impulse coming down. This last leg could be counted a little bit differently, in my opinion, for like you, or this could be the end of W or C, and this is the start of one. It all depends on what you think fits best and how you want to fit your rules into things. To me, I think I like the no truncation 0 fortification, so I think I will stick to this being my primary 1, 2. This is 3, and we're coming up for 4 now. In some sort of A, B, C, or just possibly this is possibly our A, B, C. We'll see. Is this a running flat or expanding flat, or is this part of a larger ABC? These next 2 months will be very interesting, in my opinion. Very, very interesting. It's going to be, especially the end of February, the end of January in February. That's going to be super interesting. But alright, you guys. Got leg up into. Oh yeah, no, I agree. You can't get a clean. I'm reading your notes one more time. I did initially have this run up to 800. Where the fuck are we? Damn. I did initially have this run up to 800. A possible 1, 2. This is a 3, 4, 5. But I was able to get a pretty decent subwave count, in my opinion, in this. It's hard to count this wick, though. You know, it's really hard to count that wick. It's so hard. Like 1, 2. Like that is a death wick. I remember that shit popping off. I was like, oh fuck. Like Christ. Talk about making room for liquidity, right? Or clearing room for it. That shit's fucking crazy. But I need to do a quick check to dead this or keep it alive. And it is a 1-to-1. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. And this thing just took off from there. For some reason, it's fucking exploded. So it could work for a 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5 for a 1, 2. This is a gross 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can go like 1. This is a weird price action right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pivots. So our buddy's calling me. I'll answer that right now. 11 pivots. So it's very strange right there, but a leading diagonal of some sort. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that being one part of this one count. So it's possibly like 1, 2, then 1, 2, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, that was it right there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So an extended third in that. 3, 4. That's the reason why that hard wick, because the end of that that leg. That's the reason why these didn't have that hard of a wick, but this one did. And this one had a hard sell off because that was in a 5. So 1, 2. This basically had the same thing. So 1, 2, 3. Double extension in 5. This had another one of those leading diagonal fractals right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then ABC. Clean. You can even say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this went 1, 2, 3, 4. That wick was pretty nasty. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double extension and 5. And then, so yeah, that count does work. It does, I'm not gonna lie, it does. 1, 2, 3. But it's hard for me to count this. That stupid ass wick, man. It could be a 2, could be a B. I don't know. Either way, for me, I like it as a B because Bitcoin. It was like look like a triangle, no doubt. Oh shit. Okay, Bitcoin. Okay, go over this one more time. To me, it looked like it was a triangle. And it fit into a triangle pretty well. And the explosion out of the completion of E was pretty monumental. So this fits a triangle. The one big rule about triangles, it has to hit your points on RSI. I don't give a fuck. People say it doesn't have to. No, your closing points have to hit. They do. If they don't, they're not. It's not a triangle. So your A, B, C, D, and E. E can overshoot or undershoot. E does not really matter. Your 0 point doesn't really matter where it's origin of. It could be that from your A could be overextended, but the point is, you want your points to hit. You want them to. Yep, the geometry has to be there, especially on the close. Not only on your price, but also on your oscillator. If your oscillator does not show that too, and this one does an even better one because look, even from the almost basically from the base, is a breakout. So so A and A B C D E, poof, breakout. A B C D E, breakout. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit a 1-to-1. Did not cross into this territory. Then finish off for 5 with any diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or it could have been A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either one. Well, that's how I see it. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I need to go do some shit with my life and not be strapped to this thing all day. So, god damn. Alright, guys. It's been lovely. We can go over price action one more time for Bitcoin and the intraday real quick just to make sure we're on top of things. But I think simply just looking we got hidden bullish divergence on 6 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour. You finally got a closed long call and a bear call on the 2 hour on Bitcoin. And then let's go to the 1 hour one more time. Okay, you don't have any bearish divergence in 2 hour, huh? Yeah, you do. Okay. there. This point got breached right here. So the point closed over 3,995 bucks, and we're bullish again. Anything underneath, if we continue to close with bearish like volume underneath this level, I already have it mapped out. It's crazy. We're gonna go down. The low we must hold is 3,664 bucks. You could even say you could even possibly want to get out at 3,697 if it doesn't hold. But those are your levels you have to hold. As long as you hold these two levels, your upside potential is greater than your downside potential. Okay? So you guys know that. You got hidden bullish from here to here. All you need now is your RSI to clear this low on the 1 hour. Price action to clear this low on price action. And then to hold it with some sort of bullish type of price volume, like in leading volume, or on the sell-off there's bullish volume, declining bear volume. Anyways, that's what you guys need to look for. I'm about to get out of here. It's been a pleasure. I probably won't be on tonight, and I probably won't be on tomorrow, and I probably will be on Sunday. Okay? So you guys take care. Someone just asked me, I'm a big fan of keeping it simple. I just recently started throwing this top goon oscillator in here just to, I made it. Fuck you, I don't know. See what it does. See how good I am, I guess. All I need, though, to be a profitable trader, though, is price action, volume, and RSI. And geometry. So, like, just understanding what shapes, how things fit, trend lines, stuff like that. But all you need to learn is price action, volume analysis. To me, RSI is the only thing you need for an oscillator. You don't need any other oscillator. You can get everything you need in an oscillator in RSI. You get momentum, you can get price action, you can get divergences, bullish and bearish. You get hidden divergences, bullish and bearish. You get swings. You can get price targeting, although I don't know how to do that yet. You can get many things from our side, but you just have to know how to do it. So, and you have to trust it. The big thing is trusting it. I still don't trust it 100,000%, obviously. If I did, we would have longed here. Well, I mean, I did have an alert there to alert us, and the alert did work, but I was asleep when this happened. I think it was this close right here. If we closed above this zone, and we closed above it in my sleep, and we went off. Anyways, RSI is all you need. Price action. Sure, you could learn how to do Elliott wave, but just understand you have to respect the rules. Don't try to cheat it like you can just pick it up and fucking write it. You're not gonna be able to do it. I promise you. It's way more complex than you think. So just you have to follow the rules. I have the rules printed out in front of me. They're literally in front of me. My cheat sheet is in front of me all the time, and I have the Fibonacci cheat sheet, so I can always refer to make sure my extensions are working and all that shit. As one of my favorites in my browser. So you don't need it, but if you are, that's how you're supposed to. You treat it with respect. All right. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful evening, wonderful night. If you guys happen to not catch me before Christmas, you guys have a wonderful Christmas. May you and your family be blessed. Make sure to tell them you love them and how much they care for you. Make sure you spend that extra amount of time with them. Cherish those moments, because really everything we do in life is about what? Those we love, especially our family. So, appreciate all y'all fucking with me. I will be getting out of here and be hoping to see you later, but most likely not. So this is your boy Satoshi Heavy with Satoshi's effing shit show, and I am signing the F out. Watch these levels. My members will get these charts. You guys have a wonderful night.